so I asked, can I?
Hey, could count on my power, hey, look at my dog. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you wasn't with it. I had to climb the heart of the fire, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. He's right here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with a
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it. And taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. It's Watson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Bears.
From the gun, here's Watson. That's complete to Marlon Mack. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson just beating the play clock. Escaping the pressure right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Watson on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll run here with Mack. And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal. They'll run it with Mack. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So here are the Bears now as they'll go for 2. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Dancing to his left. And first hook up with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And they're going to get he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for Cordell Patterson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to let this. That's caught inside the 20. Detroit. Deshaun Jackson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are a 2-point conversion away from tying this game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20.
Oh, we got plenty of fight,
and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
6.
Boy, a little panic here early. A first quarter onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he will take us across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 50-yard line.
They run with Patterson. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
To the 49-yard line. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
4 yards.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago.
Complete to
Brandon Cooks.
Touchdown.
96 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Lions 6.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
To start the drive, but that one incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. That'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
To throw on 3rd down. Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. He's going to let this go. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On 1st down, it's Patterson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Patterson on the carry. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
That's a gain.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Stafford. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Out of the gun, Watson. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Lions 6.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On first down. Stafford here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Second and 10, Stafford again. And double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
48-yard line.
After the interception, here's Watson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it'll be second down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And this will be caught by Mooney. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's complete. He's got Gronk.
Stafford's back.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Stafford. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So they will go for Stafford. This is caught by Jackson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
2-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. Stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it in the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing again is Stafford. Finding some room at midfield. And he finds Gronk. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Harbaugh playing Dix with a pick. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st down, Chicago.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again, Watson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
On the coverage.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air yet again, Watson. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
1st down, Bears.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. The final shot before the break. Watson flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Folk out there now to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. They'll roll him out right. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Patterson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
And while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was the place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
Take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On third down, Stafford. Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked by Marcel Harris. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Escaping the pressure right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Bears 33, Lions 6.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. That'll be taken about a yard deep. He spins free. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford, he gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Stafford now to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 44-yard line.
Play action. Stafford. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And just like that, it's third down. Delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down. To the air again, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 5-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. After the run, Watson going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On first down, it's Patterson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and goal, Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 3rd and goal, try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They run the counter. Patterson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On 4th down, Stafford. It's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bears will get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right, except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jalen Ferguson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10 on 2nd down now. It's Mack, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Watson now to throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down. Watson now to throw. It's caught left side by Brooks. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people are thinking about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Mack. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
This one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
He's tackled at the 7-yard
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
7-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run with Mack. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Chicago, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Lions, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some